Okay, what's up, everybody? RevSauce9. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon for the latest and greatest that comes to my channel. Also, check me out on Rumble and Odyssey, guys. Down below in the description will be the links for that. Come out and follow or subscribe over there. Guys, also, I have a donation thing. You guys know the dealio with that. You also know what's going on with all my streaming places. Everything to do with me, including the article down below in the description for you guys. Now, AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery. I should start a playlist because I've been covering this for quite a long while. So, WBD recently made another offer to AEW. This looks to be the final offer from Dave Zaslav. It looks to be like a huge deal, and it probably includes Ring of Honor. So let's read this from the source. Sean Ross Sapp. Khan's meeting with Zaslav said to be considered productive, and an offer was made. Reports source saying it had doubled the amount of the previous deal, and it looks like they're adding Ring of Honor to this. They're adding streaming rights. They're adding all of this stuff. Everything Tony Khan wanted, they're giving him now at this point. They're getting more than their first offer. For people that said Tony Khan and his company is dying by the day, obviously WBD wants to offer them a boatload of money to keep them. They need to. WBD is losing. Warner Brothers Discovery is losing the NBA at this point. They have to. There's no other choice. They just rebranded True TV to TNT Sports. They just did that. And it tells me they're going to put all the AEW product on that channel so it doesn't interrupt their baseball and their hockey every week when hockey and stuff and playoff baseball and stuff happens. And this is the last year for the NBA on TNT. So this would help out them moving it over to TNT Sports and have it on, you know, the basketball and the college football stuff that they're about to get and all this stuff over on their main channels. And they're also bringing new shows. Warner Brothers Discovery did say they're bringing new shows to the table, more Adult Swim stuff. So TNT Sports makes sense to be the new home for AEW. And Warner Brothers Discovery has been stated and has said in articles, and I'll find the article if I can, that they're giving more attention to Ring of Honor. And everything Tony Khan wants, he's getting. That's why you're going to see him sign some wrestling talent. You're probably going to see him sign some new executives. That's why I think we're going to see Shane McMahon. I think as this deal goes forward and they sign ink on paper and make an agreement, I see Shane McMahon coming in and being an exec. I can see this. I'm speculating on that, but that's what my feeling and that's what my gut feels. But I think this deal is going to go through the end zone, and I think we're going to have a touchdown, and I think we're really going to have AEW on the Max app going forward. I think pay-per-views will be there. I think it's exciting times to be an AEW fan, and this just proves all the haters wrong, that AEW was dying. Like, AEW wasn't dying. Apparently, from the reports, that Warner Brothers Discovery is very happy with the receiving, and vice versa. AEW is happy with the receiving from WBD. And what other place is AEW going to go? What other place is AEW going to go? Seriously, where is AEW going to go? What, to Amazon? I think being a Warner Brothers Discovery product or a former Discovery product, I don't think Amazon wants to touch that because they're feuding right now with the whole NBA and the lawsuit stuff that's going on with WBD. I don't think they want to touch that. I don't think FSX wants to touch that. I don't think Fox wants to bring another wrestling product back in when they didn't really get what they wanted out of WWE to begin with. I don't see any other suitors there. I just don't. I think Warner Brothers Discovery needs to have wrestling on their product. And I think Dave Zaslav wants that, and all the marketing that goes alongside of all the ad revenue they're going to get from it, from commercials, and all the probably subscribers. Because remember, the Max app is struggling. The Max app, Peacock, and also Paramount are struggling. That's why you saw Paramount go out and buy Sundance. That's why you saw Paramount going out and buying these small entities to bolster their streaming lineup. That's why you saw Peacock bring in the NBA because they're hurting. Peacock is struggling. The Peacock app is absolutely trash on consoles. I don't know what else to tell you. It works on the Apple TV, somewhat Android boxes, but for the most part, Peacock is trash. And they didn't really have anything there to really go, oh my God, outside of Poker Face and Twisted Metal and some exclusive movies. They didn't really have anything. Maybe the NFL to a certain extent. So good on them for signing the NBA. They needed it. Peacock's been struggling, and HBO Max has been struggling. They've not really had very many sports things outside of college. Now with the college football, they're probably going to put that exclusively on the Max app when they go live with college football playoff games. So, at the end of the day, and then Max just partnered with Disney with the Hulu bundle package they got going on with Disney Plus. If you haven't seen that. So they need something like AEW. They need it. They need to offer something in this bundle that makes it worthwhile. So I see AEW going to the streaming in the Max app. I see Ring of Honor being on the Max app weekly or on TNT Sports weekly. I see them reconstructing Rampage into a 2-hour show. I could see that happening. And I think, I think Warner Brothers Discovery wants a lot out of AEW, and I think vice versa. And I think they're two parties that are happy. I think, there's no other suitors out there for AEW. Who's going to go after AEW? Fox kind of has been in. I don't think they want to take a chance. I don't think Paramount wants to take a chance. They got Women's of Wrestling over there that's doing decent, but not great. The CW's kind of out of the door because Tony Khan rejected them when he should have put Ring of Honor on there in a multi-year deal. And I think that's going to backfire on Tony Khan. I just don't see anybody, ABC, American Broadcasting, Disney's network. Do you think they're going to put AEW on that with the Blood and Violence? I don't think so. Unless they're willing to put them on Fox Sports. I don't see that happening anytime soon. And I think now with this whole Disney and ESPN and all of them coming together to make their own sports streaming app, this is going to make it look more appealing when you have AEW stuff there to present. The person is getting tired of being nickel and dimed. Look at Hulu, look at Netflix. They're all starting to realize that bundles are the thing. Bundle here, bundle there. Amazon's starting to realize that. That's why they're bundling. That's why they're trying to give you more of a reason to subscribe to their services. Because, right now that's what's happening. With this offer, all media rights come up this year. The company has been in negotiation with Warner Brothers Discovery for a new deal, and previously reported AEW's Tony Khan was set to meet with WBD David Zaslav in Paris during the Olympics. They did that, and kind of AEW rejected Warner Brothers Discovery's first offer. I think they've rejected 3 offers now at this point, and now we're on the 4th one, I think, or we're on the 3rd one. I've lost track with this, but there's been many reports this whole year of either AEW not willing to give up things to Warner Brothers Discovery and then vice versa back. It's been really, really, really crazy. It's been really, really wild. It's been a shit show. So hopefully they get this across the line and we get stuff happening. I do expect it's going to be double the money that was on the first deal. I think that's what Tony Khan wants. I think if they're putting Ring of Honor there, I think he wants double the amount of money. I think it comes down to money and how many years they're going to be on. I honestly think it's going to be a huge deal. I think it's going to be a 5 to 10 year deal. I think when you saw what's going on with Peacock and the NBA or the NFL and Peacock, and they're talking years, I think it's going to be a 5 to 10 year deal. I think you're going to see a big amount of money going AEW's way. I think the haters are going to hate when this is all said and done. The biggest hater of them all is Eric Bischoff at this point. And I think Warner Brothers Discovery wants to make the move. I think it's time that Tony Khan signs this deal, put it in ink. Everybody wants this to happen at this point. So that's the update. I know I got a few of you in my community that have been wanting to know what's going on. This is the latest update that you can get. More details on the matter. Per Sean Ross Sapp, sources say that any and all combinations and possibilities regarding AEW programming lineup has been explored And furthermore, Sapp refers to the rumors that WBD had discussions, a shift in pay-per-view strategies regarding AEW, but did not respond as a comment. As previously noted, Warner Brothers reps had said that Max was in mind when they were negotiating any deal, and WBD had inquired about possibilities putting AEW pay-per-views on Max as of last year. Sapp writes that sources on both sides have claimed that they have ongoing discussions, reached a new deal, adjusting the current one, and working together on future since last year. So again, these reports, as you guys, they've been in talks. It's all been reportedly, it's all just one mess. That's why I haven't reported more and more and more on this, because it's pretty much the same talks they had in Paris, basically. And it's basically the same. Nothing changed outside of years and more money. That's it. Years and more money. That's it. I think that's what you guys need to understand. It's years and more money. Tony Khan's going to get a bag full of money from Warner Brothers Discovery. AEW is literally the third biggest promotion in the United States next to UFC and WWE. PFL is number 4. You don't think WBD's not looking at PFL either? Or sorry, Warner Brothers Discovery, I should say, is not looking at PFL. They've been looking at PFL too, the other side that bought out Bellator. They're looking at possibly purchasing and doing some Max stuff with them as well. Warner Brothers Discovery needs to sign a bunch of stuff because they're about to lose a big gap in the NBA. Because I don't think they're winning that lawsuit. I just think the NBA is going to have to pay them back some money and for their troubles and everything and stuff like that. But I just don't see them getting the NBA back. This will be the last year probably of Warner Brothers Discovery with the NBA. So anyway, my name is RevSauce9. I'm just giving my thoughts, my opinion on this whole Warner Brothers Discovery. And it's in the ballpark now for Tony Khan to figure it out. What does Tony Khan want to do? Obviously, Warner Brothers Discovery has caved in on Ring of Honor. They have caved in on everything Tony Khan has want. Now, what does Tony Khan do now at this point? They've given him more shows. They've done more with the wrestlers on their programming. For shit's sakes, Warner Brothers Discovery even made their own TNT Sporting channel, dedicated, I think, for wrestling and other sports stuff that's coming up to their channel in this next upcoming year. And AEW needs this deal at this moment. Last time I checked, they were in the red. So they need this deal to happen. They need this second deal to be more viable. And for the people that said they were dying, and Eric Bischoff now going, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. But deals don't go across the line. Look at WWE and look at everything that happened with them becoming TKO with Artie Emanuel. It takes time. This stuff has to go through procedures. Things have to happen. It doesn't just happen the flip of my wand. It just happens. Everything has to go through protocols. Everything has to go through things, and it takes time. And Tony wants his needs met, and Warner Brothers Discovery want to be met, and they all want to get on the right page, and that's the glorious part of negotiation. Again, it's like an NBA ball player. Look at LeBron. LeBron said, oh, I may sign with the Lakers, not sign. He wanted more money. He got more money. He wanted his son over there. He got his son over there. That's called negotiations, ladies and gentlemen. That's what that's called. It's like when the women's soccer league in the United States, or football league, we call it soccer in the States, but they went into heavy negotiations when there's lockdowns. This takes time. You know, people need to be met. Things need to be met in place. So that's what happens with things. You guys got to be patient when it comes to this stuff. I'm just a guy reporting the news at this point. But again, there was different, there's different levels to this, and there's different pieces that go alongside of this. Warner Brothers Discovery did not want Ring of Honor. Now they want Ring of Honor. They didn't want to put it on. They wanted to see where AEW was going for the first deal before they put it on the Max app, because they want to make their money back in an investment. Now with them bundling, and now this sports bundle stuff that they're working on with other streaming services, they need to put something there for them to be viable for people to buy. So, and I heard the whole Bleacher Report bullshit was garbage. Now, what does this do for them in Triller? We're going to see what happens there with Tony Khan and Triller. We're going to see where that goes. If Warner Brothers Discovery want them to pull off that, we're going to see there. We're also going to see on other things too. So, at the end of the day, and I also read reports that Dave Zaslav, to fill the void in, wants to go buy some combat sports. So we're going to see what happens there. Let's see if he gets boxing on his stuff. Let's see what he does. Let's see what Warner Brothers Discovery is going to do. They need to fill in voids. And good on AEW. If this is to be true, they're going to get paid more. I'm assuming it's going to be more money than they got before. I'm going to say more in the ballpark of $1.8 billion, as I've been sticking with, to $2 billion, I think, or a little bit more than that. I'm now going to say 1.8 to 2.2 billion. I really think they're going to get that money, and I think they're going to do a lot with the company going forward. I just want Tony Khan to hire a writing team. Bring in Shane McMahon. Let's get this party started. Anyway, my name is RevSauce9. Let me know what you think down below. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.